All right, Power by still talking about love. So I want to talk about just guarding your heart right now, and because guarding your heart is a big part of love. Last time I said that if I'm offensive to you, by all means get rid of me. I mean that. I'm serious. I don't want you to live a life of offense every time you see me. I'm okay with it. Trust me. And but yes, if I'm offensive to you, by all means, just get rid of me. Say, yeah, love you, Keith, but bye. But a key to walking in love is guarding your heart. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it spring the issues of life." See, out of your heart springs those issues that, not issues in a bad way, but issues that help people. Those words of knowledge and those words of wisdom, they come from your heart. So if we have offense in there, then that offense takes priority. Okay? It's kind of hard to hear from the Holy Spirit or from your heart when you have offense in you, okay? It's a spiritual sin. Okay? Let's just say it like that. So keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it spring the issues of life. That's the New King James Version. Watch over your heart with all diligence. That's the Amplified. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Now that's the NIV. Everything you do flows from your heart. It's kind of hard to believe, but it really does. We talk about covetousness. I haven't done one on covetousness, but when we talk about lust, just as an example, most people look at lust. Now, lust is more than just lusting after someone sexually. You can lust after someone's car, their boats, their house, anything. You can lust after a man can lust after another woman or someone else's wife, but a woman can also lust after another woman's husband. Not for physical reasons, but for emotional reasons too. But see, lust is not a physical problem. It shows up in the physical. But lust is covetousness. And that is something that is spiritual. All that is determined by our heart. And if we're guarding our heart, we're keeping our heart from that. Okay? We're watching over it, because those issues and those guidings and those leadings from the Holy Spirit, it comes to our heart. See, the reason why it's called the still small voice, and I will say this for all of eternity, is because it's the closest voice to you. He doesn't have to yell across the room. He's so close right here that he can just speak. Very, very subtle. He can just speak. Okay? So watch over your heart with all diligence. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. That's the NIV. The soul is the gateway to the spirit. It's a guard. Okay? Your mind, your will, and your emotions, it's a gateway to your spirit, man. It guards things that, again, covetousness, things that are temptations that come to you. It guards your spirit, man, from those. The soul is the gateway to the spirit, a guard. That is why mind renewal is so important. It puts up a defense, a protection it protects that which is most important. See, your body, your soul, and then your spirit, all of these protect your spirit, man. They're all defenses. It's kind of like the moat of a castle, the castle walls, and then the castle itself. Okay? Got to protect the castle. Got to protect the throne too. And see, that's where you are right there. Let's see, Matthew 5:29. If your right eye causes you to sin, pluck it out and cast it from you. See, get rid of me. For it is more profitable for you that one of your members perish then your whole body to be cast into hell. Okay. Now, I'm not being not being one to dismember parts of your body at all. Okay. But if there's an area in your life that's causing you to sin, you need to get rid of it. One time I had this really nice little sports car, and I was feeling like I was being prideful about it and everything. And I thought, well, I'll just get rid of the car and get another car. And I went to a dealership and talked to a friend, and he's like, yeah, we can do this and blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, well, let me think about it. So I was driving out, and as I was pulling out of that dealership, the Holy Spirit said, the car's not your problem. In other words, you can get rid of the car, but you're not going to get rid of the problem. And I didn't. The problem was me. The problem was in here. Okay? So, not being one of dismemberment. And see, the problem is not the eyes, but what is inside. There are people and groups we need to get rid of in our lives that cause offense. If we do not, we are not guarding our heart. Some of you are watching too much of the news, and it's causing sin in your life. Some of us may be, I'm just saying this by the Spirit of God, may be watching too much news, and we've got sickness in our life. See, if you put too much garbage in you, you're going to get garbage out. See, whatever you put in you, you're going to get it back out. And by watching that garbage from the news, it's things that we allow in our life. We're not guarding our heart. We're getting garbage out. I may do a whole new video on this one, but Smith Wigglesworth, he, and I've been to Smith Wigglesworth's home there in Bradford, England, or in Leeds, actually. And Lester Summerall went to go visit him. Lester was in his 20s, and he went to go visit him, and he comes up, he went up from London up to Leeds. It's about a 3-hour drive. He got up there, and Summerall had his, Summerall came in and knocked on the door, and Wigglesworth came out, and he said, "What's that under your arm?" This is Dr. Summerall's account. And he said, "It's a newspaper, sir." And Wigglesworth told him, said, "Get rid of it. Don't want that in my house." "Yes, sir." And he threw it in the bushes there next to him. And he said, Wigglesworth told him it was full of, doubt and unbelief, and all this stuff is full of Hitler, and it's full of Mussolini, and yada, 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 yada. Don't want it in my house. Summerall, he understood it later. But, Wigglesworth did not allow that into his house. It's what you allow into your heart. And so many of us today, we want the results of Smith Wigglesworth, but we don't want to get in the kitchen with the ingredients and cook. We want the meal of Smith Wigglesworth, but we don't want to get in the kitchen and cook the meal that Smith Wigglesworth cooked. Wigglesworth did not allow that into his home. Things that you allow into your home. Okay, now, things you allow in your heart. What are you allowing in your heart? What news are you allowing in your heart? If it's really, really important, if it's really detrimental, you will find out about it. Trust me. Someone's going to talk, and you'll be, oh, okay. But see, let me tell you something about the news. The news is temporal. It is one of the most temporal things in our age, because 1 hour, and you watch it all the time, 1 hour, it's this, and the next hour it can be totally different. The news is temporal. Don't allow it into your heart. Don't allow the president, the former president, anybody, don't allow them to upset you. Don't allow the vice president. Don't allow this. Don't allow things to upset your heart. Guard your heart. When you get upset, you're not guarding your heart. When you let things bother you, you're not guarding your heart. Guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it flows those issues of life. You know, that's part of being ready instant season, in season, and out season. Guard your heart. What you allow in it. I was watching the trailer to a movie last night, and it just really bothered me. I mean, I had to stop it, to be honest. I almost forced myself to watch, but I'm like, no, I've had enough. Now, maybe 6 months ago, I probably would have watched the whole movie. But now I'm like, no, I'm guarding my heart. I'm not letting that trash in my life. It is a fictional story. It has nothing to do with real life. It's useless. It's simple. So, a guard does not open the gate to the castle to the enemy. Guard your heart with all diligence. You know, you got the moat, you got the gate, the wall, and you got the castle. Guard your heart. So, be encouraged and be blessed.